Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. In motion is Gray. Able to find Gray here. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Trent McDuffie. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, here's Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On the give, here's McBride. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The stop made defensively by Mike Edwards. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting. By any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
3rd down and 1. And now a run with McBride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. A run here with McBride. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Here's McBride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play fake. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Bring up 48.
Now a handoff up the middle. McBride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But some...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Let's 50.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Taken at the 37. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mahomes now on first down.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
They'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
All right, now here we go.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Cousins going to change it up.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half, Cousins.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And that's going to be incomplete.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And there's a pretty play from Addison. It seems like a perfect fit for the Vikings. Obviously, Minnesota loves receivers who produce, and Addison, one of college's best and most productive receivers the last couple of seasons.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and a couple.
Yellow. Come back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
178 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A good rip by Pacheco, and you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Gray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, no, easy.
To throw, Cousins.
He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Wide.
Now Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Here's Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
And what a call, because they ran a triple out route. 3 guys running out routes at varying depths. And then they let an inside receiver try and sneak free and run deeper downfield, and he does. And the defense out of sorts here, and it turns into a big play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Again, it's Pacheco.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and that's the one that should seal the victory. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try to limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cousins to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Leave it. Bring up 48. What's that?
Now Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
76 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
On first down, it's McBride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, here's McBride.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Cousins. This is caught by Addison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. McBride. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McBride able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. McBride